Hey, yeah, great. What day is it? Wednesday morning. It is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, Texas. And we're a little bit on the late side, and a little bit on the late side because a couple of things. Uh, good morning, Captain.
Good morning.
It's seriously. I don't know if you knew this. Se le baja un poquito al 70. I don't know if you knew this, but I bought a Tesla on Friday.
No, I did not know.
Yeah, I'm riding a Tesla, and amazing vehicle, eh?
What
But
color?
it's a red one. But it's a great vehicle, great, everything's great. I this morning, well, last night, I started to notice that the air pressure from one of the tires is down because it tells you everything. It tells you, the air pressure is down, and uh, you got to get it changed stuff. And sure enough, the pressure was down, and it marks it like right there. So I think I have something in it that's making the air escape. So this morning I woke up with like 21%. So I had to go and get air in it. And then after the show, I'm going to actually take it to the dealership and have them change it. You know how much they charge to change a tire?
How much?
$400.
Wow,
Isn't that crazy?
that's crazy.
$400 to change a tire. But I'm going to have to do it.
Was it a defective tire, or did it have a screw or a nail in it?
I think it's got something in it. So I'm going to take it and have them change it or fix it, whichever one, and just get it done.
Because the guy I use for my tires for my BMW is a gentleman across Dr. Samir over there on 14th Street.
Oh,
10
yeah.
bucks. 10 bucks.
Yeah, the issue is that they caution in regards to these cars because uh, they have to pick it up, to change the tire. And with Teslas, being that the battery is on the bottom, you don't want to damage the battery.
Yeah, they got to do it a certain way.
Yeah, it's you don't want to damage the battery. The battery in itself I think is worth like $20,000. It's like half the price of the vehicle, so you don't want to get that damaged. So I said, screw it. Right after the show, I already put some air in it, so I got enough air in there. So I said, screw it. I'm going to go straight to the dealership and have them, do whatever they need to do to it, or leave it there and then have somebody pick me up. What happens, Captain Bob, is that cars are amazing and stuff, and all everything. But the problem is our streets are so messed up here locally that they're going to be a hazard for anyone that wants to drive around. Especially with these newer vehicles, because streets are just such a damn mess.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned this tire subject because we found the second tire just left in the BISD parking lot yesterday. The other one I found last week was just across the street. So people are just dumping tires left and right. It's amazing that they're doing that. I can't get it. I don't get it.
Well, it's not only just dumping tires, colchones. I mean, people are just damn dirty in this town.
Oh, yeah, colchones. Hey, let me tell you, the other day I did a little 25-second video on picking up the tire here on Price Road, and I leaned it against the trash can in the back, the GMS trash can, a container, and then somebody picked it up. But the very next day, the health department came to give me a visit. So evidently somebody watching CBS called the health department to complain that I threw away the tire in the container, which I did not. So he came in and he shook my hand. He was real nice. And he said, just call us next time. And I said, hey, man, the tire was out on the street for 5 days. So I think they got a little embarrassed because that's their duty. I can't believe that they're not looking around as they drive around town. When somebody called the health department on Captain Bob, when all I'm trying to do is clean up the city. Uh,
Those bastards.
yeah, it might have been John Cowan.
That bastard. I don't get it. Have I tried the when it drives for you? Yes. Actually, it's one of the coolest features. But let me say, I visited my uncle that was in the hospital. He's in the hospital in McAllen, and let me tell you, Captain Bob. I was driving back, and I literally almost fell asleep while the car was driving by itself because you're not doing anything. You're just holding onto the wheel. The car drives by itself. It parks by itself. It's amazing.
Wow.
So my sister is now going to get one, and I get referral points. So I get like I don't know something for free or something like 5,000 miles or something. But I'm excited about that. I'm excited for everyone that can to go out there and it really. And I again not a spokesperson for them, but let me tell you, like really the payment is really very low. If anyone out there is listening and is interested, send me a text message or a message, and I'll send you my referral link. Uh, my payment is really $525 a month. I didn't do a trade in or anything. $525 a month.
Well, you join an elite group here in Brownsville. Jessica Tetro and her Tesla,
Uh,
uh, the attorney David Garza and his black Tesla, uh, Tony Martinez and his wife and their Tesla, and now
oh,
it's a Tesla group that you're in now.
and Trey Mendes.
And Trey Mendes, okay, he has one. There you go. Boy, you're in with a top notch group.
I feel privileged. So it's trippy. We'll see what happens. It's interesting. Uh, it's a great vibe. And again, anybody out there that is interested, and again, it's not out of the budget. Any other car at the Sally one, the payment like $500. So I'm happy with it. I just have to go take it back to the station to the service area to get it fixed or something. I mean,
Maybe Roman Perez is gonna go buy one now that you have one.
he should. I think you need to have a job though in order to get one though. I ran into Susan Rualcaba yesterday. Had a great
Okay,
conversation.
good.
You know, I went to HEB, Gucci HEB, to charge the vehicle, and I was walking around HEB with Gael, and we ran into Susan, and you know sh I love Susan. I always love Susan. A great individual, and consider a friend. Sometimes I think Susan and I have fought a little bit here and there, but that's just like regular brothers and sisters. Always, a little bit on the fighting side, but you always come back, and start melding of the minds. Uh, and I think her and Roman are in a little tussle.
Aha.
They're not happy with each other right now.
Well, it's you and Susan and even Roman have a whole plenty of knowledge about the inner workings of the city and the PUB and local government. And it's understandable if you guys get on opposite sides of the bargaining table. But she's a good girl, and you are too. I respect your all's minds when we come on the shows. So it's all good. It's just people that care for the community and
I
come forward like you and me do.
Well, yeah, and that's one of the things that I've always said. It's not easy being Erasmo Castro here in this town, and it's not easy for any of us that actually voice our concerns and our opinions and put our name to our voice. And there's a lot of people out there that would love to be able to complain about what that's going on in the city, but are afraid of retaliation. One of the great things about myself, you mentioned Susan, Roman, Captain Bob. They can't do anything to us. They could threaten, they could send individuals to send, uh, death threats and stuff, because I've received several death threats, and it's not going to phase. It's not going to change. We're still going to be vociferous. We're still going to be as much as we can the voice for the people that don't have a voice. And this community needs individuals to be a little bit more on the vocal side, because if you don't speak out, then nothing happens. It's like Captain Bob just mentioned, in regards to that damn tire. We got to do something. If we don't do something, then nothing gets done, because you're not putting your feet to the fire. And Captain Bob, we got to put their feet to the damn fire.
Yeah, and there's other people that like to stay behind the curtain or out of the radar. We're on the radar, but we have a certain talent and courage to come out publicly and discuss issues for the people, because we're the people. So for the people, by the people. But you got some elected officials there that are not approachable, will not come on Erasmo Castro's show, will not come on Captain Bob's show, because I don't know, they're scared or they're nervous. Uh, I have respect for every guest that has come on your show and on my show. I have great respect. Yesterday was an interesting one with Mr. Camarillo. He showed courage. He said he had never done it before to come on a podcast, and it was a courteous show, and I think everything went well.
Okay, you send him a message and tell him that I want him to come on my show.
Sure, I will. I will.
You promise me.
You were supposed to show up yesterday. I guess you got busy with the Tesla.
Well, it's crazy. One of the things that I tell people, and I've had to cut these shows short, but I've been having a lot of work, a lot of work, and what happens is that you have to produce income in order to have a Tesla, but you have to produce income in order to be able to keep these shows going, because people think that oh well, that's what, or just post online and Dan Schneider. So I think that's funny for our realization. Also, a teenager named Tony that committed suicide wrote a diary that he was haunted by things you did to him. I don't know if that's me or you, Captain Bob. Do you know anyone named Tony?
No.
Who is
Sorry to hear that. No, that's a little shocking this morning to hear.
I
But
think
since
they're trolling us. Erasmo said he is the kin, not the Kim Kardashian of Brownsville. You're the Dan Schneider of Fertile Revitalizer. I love you. But doing these shows is not easy, Captain Bob.
no, it's not. But we're in a little different type of shows. But I really enjoy seeing your Facebook, because it's like that other side, La Pulga. You see some wrecks or some burning vehicles. Your coverage is pretty good, and you have an army of soldiers that
Yeah.
send you
Well,
video and
I've been doing
footage.
I've been doing this for a while, and that's why. And I don't mind. Like, there's a page called Brownsville Online, and that Pulga page. My friend Tito, they're friends of mine. I don't mind. I mean, they take from my page and they put it on theirs. I don't mind. I mean, if I'm putting it out there, take it. Doesn't matter. And you don't have to give me credit and stuff and everything. But the other day, someone said, "Oh, that's what Do you feel weird that the Brownsville Online page, or I don't know, the Brownsville News page, something like that? Do you that they're stealing your thunder and they're taking from you?" I said, like, no, I don't mind at all. I mean, I welcome them to continuously take from my page. And hey, look, I don't own the internet down here. I don't own social media down here. I am the king of all local social media, but I don't own social media down here. And anyone and everyone is welcome and free to take from my page anything that I post. And that's what it's for. It's to inform individuals. Now, if these individuals, like the Bronzeville News or online or whatever the hell it's called, and the Pulga pages, like if they want to help, spread the word, that's great. I'm all for it. I don't have any animosity. And one of the things that I hope is that they realize that we're not fighting each other. We're just all trying to produce information for the community, and I'm okay with it. And again, to the people out there from the news or online page, Bronzo Online or Bronzo News page, and the other all the Pulga pages. I mean, you don't have to ask permission. You can take anything that's on my page, and that's okay. I have absolutely no issue with it.
Well, that's what we learned when we were young in religion class, to share. So what you're doing is sharing. You're some of these new sites that you're mentioning. You're probably a mentor to them.
Oh
I
yeah,
think they're younger. They're younger than you,
oh yeah.
and they're good. They're good. They're sharing your stuff. If we see something of theirs, we might share it. Uh, I know people come share CVS. I know Arch Miller is a big help to Erasmo and to CVS. She likes to share, so I like that. Uh, the we're just we like the vocabulary prostitutes that we mentioned yesterday. Remember? Do you know who they are?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was funny. Let the Garsoria sure is funny bringing that up. You know.
Lori says, "You look good in orange. Orange. Glad I said hi. Cuídate, cabrón." I had a crush on this chick when I was in high school. She dropped dead beautiful, gorgeous, and she is still beautiful, gorgeous. One of the things I think that differentiates Lori and me from everyone else that I went to school with in back in 1985, class of '85, is that Lori and I are still good looking. And a lot of the people that we went to school with, Captain Bob, it's amazing. They're not good looking anymore. It was kind of trippy because back then, I don't know if Lori remembers, but we had Willie, Guillermo Perez. He was a good looking kid back then, he would go out with a lot of chicks and stuff, and, very attractive. And I was not attractive in high school. But you look at Willie now, and he looks está feíto. Raul Montes, and I love them both. They're both my good friends. Raul Montes was a good looking guy back in high school, and also went out with all the chicks that now not that much. But me, it's like I'm like a good wine and a good cheese. I just got better with age. I'm damn man. I don't think that there's anyone more good looking than Erasmo Castro in all this damn town. And that's a big difference from when I was in high school. But Lori was hot in high school, and she's pretty hot now. I still have a crush on her.
I just don't want anybody to get confused with my first wife, who also is named Lori. We're not talking about her because I don't need lawyers calling me after this show. That's just a joke. I know, because Lori graduated way before 85. You're graduated, no, way after 85. She's younger.
I saw a picture of Lori. I think with her boyfriend. I think or something.
Okay. Okay.
A big a big difference. Tato. He's very tall, very ponchadillo. Have you seen the guy?
I think somebody showed me the picture once. There's been a lot of
But
commentary. There's been a lot of commentary about that from different people.
I don't know the guy. Lori has always been very nice to me, and I love Lori. Again, always been very nice. I've run into her here or there, somewhere or other. Este, but again, always been very nice.
Yeah, we wish you the best.
Yeah, she's a great person. Can you talk about Camarillo's sign? I have seen with a less arrogance, more education. Just seems arrogant. Yeah. Um,
Well, he was running. I thought Letty, my friend, was concerned because the time was arriving, and I said, "Well, he better show up because if he's pushing more education, you got to be educated to show up on time to a meeting. And then Letty says, well, and it's also very arrogant. And boom, he pulled up right on time. So that's interesting. Uh, I don't I don't know who he's referring to that might be arrogant.
I'm wondering if he's referring to his opponent, JJ De Leon. It's the only one that he's running against. I don't.
Well, he mentioned Miss Deaton.
Oh yeah, Deaton.
He's in there. It's the three of them.
Yeah, I did not know that. Yeah, Veronica Dean. I love Veronica Dean. I don't think that she is going to affect the incumbent more than she's going to affect probably Camarillo. She a great person. I love Veronica Dean. Again, I consider her a friend, and a lot of these people may not consider me a friend, but that's okay. I don't need for them to consider me anything. But I, I I I think she's a great person. I JJ De Leon I think has done a great job, and he's always stand very firm and had a strong stance against Captain Bob's friend Adela Garza. Adela Garza is no friend of mine. I cannot stand that lady. I think that lady is horrible. She's a rata de dos patas, and she deserves to be thrown in jail right next to Sylvia Atkinson, her best buddy. And again, and they could threaten to sue me all they want or take me to court. I'm just basing it on what the FBI produced during Sylvia Atkinson's trial. And again, she should have never gotten into bed with Sylvia Atkinson. And I warned her about that. I told her because again, we were friends. I said, like, you shouldn't be in bed with Sylvia Atkinson. You should not be in bed with her. Ah, no. Las comadres ahí andaban trying to take money from our students. So again, anyone and Adela Garza is out there pushing Edward Camarillo. That's another one of the questions that I want to have. Why is he so tied to the hip with this chick?
Well, I'll send him a text that you're inviting him to your show.
And tell him that I'm going to ask him the good questions.
Well, that's interesting.
You better be ready.
He's never come on podcast before. He's never done this.
Well, it's going to be a
But
little confusing.
he
But
warmed up a little bit on mine yesterday.
I don't like Adela.
I've met Adela once. She came to Captain Bob's, I would say over a decade ago.
Did she pay for a meal or she wanted it for free?
No, she was there with somebody else, and I think she paid. And she came up and said hello, and I was about to start divulging into a whole red snapper fish that was fried. I'll never forget this. And she came up and she goes, Captain, I just can't eat anything with eyes on it. And I said, Adela, I have to make eye contact with my fish before I eat it. So I thought it was unique and interesting that she brought that up. She started laughing when I told her about the eye contact. She was nice to me, but I haven't seen her yet. I'm listening to what you're saying, and I had read that connection either on Montoya's or McHale's side.
Well, they're support. Both of them support Adela Garza. They.
Well, because they're on some sort of payroll.
Well, the vocabulary what prostitutes what?
The vocabulary prostitutes, and you made up another one yesterday, the Webster prostitutes or something like that.
Webster whores.
Webster whores. Okay, that is just classic stuff. And of course, you got the porn blogger name. They got all kinds of names. Now, hey, I'm blocked off of the McHale report because of CVS and how I constantly talk about this bag of coin going to those guys to be Webster whores. Okay, it's just I don't like what he does to Myra Flores because she doesn't pay him. Dr. Laura Cisneros did something for him. I don't know if it was bag of coins or what, but he put Laura Cisneros in a beautiful light. That was interesting. and he keeps bashing Myra. But we happened to go to an event recently, Jerry and myself, because I don't hate anybody. If they want to be mean to me or hateful, it's okay. We can still be friends. So I took them to a Eddie Campirano function at 1847. That was very, very wonderful, very enjoyable. And I told him in the car, "Hey, you're gonna keep me blocked? Why did you block me? Why are you blocking me? I've been your friend. You've been to my home and everything." And he said, "I blocked you because of La India." And I said, "Who's La India?" And he
Vaida.
said, "Maida." And I was like, "Whoa, why are you doing that? Just leave her alone. She came to my show. I appreciate it and I respect it." He goes, "Okay, I won't. I'll unblock you." And so I dropped him off. He lives over there by Fort Brown, by the university. And he said, "Yeah, I'll unblock you." And that was about 8 days ago. I'm still blocked. Thank you, because
Uh,
I use that. I would like to go over there because it's comedy, it's satire, and I kind of I look for laughter sometimes throughout the day.
or anytime I'm looking for laughter, I look down at my private parts.
See, you made me laugh. Come on.
Come on. The city is paying to do a feasibility study for rapid transit transportation. They can't even install bus shelters. Why they don't focus on cleaning our city first? Again, there's always someone on the take. There's always a compadre or one of these Mexican Machiavellians or Mexican mafia people that are, the ones that get picked to do these feasibility studies. We pay them like $150,000, $250,000, and they do nothing really, nothing. Same thing with the marketing that happens in the city of Brownsville. Nothing happens. We don't. Camarillo just took the role of executive director at Sunshine Haven. He should be focusing on that as compared to running for office right now. I feel very very I feel very very bad for Sunshine Haven.
Well, he was president of Incarnate Word for
and he
9 years,
and destroyed
and
that.
I was called yesterday that they closed down the place,
They closed it down. He
and
destroyed
they
it
said that and that this person told me, "Well, it's Camarillo's fault," and I said, "Why is it his fault?"
because they don't know how to manage anything. Everything that they
And then
everything
they said, "Well, he kept hiring all his family members." I said,
he
"Come
did.
on."
He did. Michael got a job. Everybody. I mean, and his other brother got a job. I think his Dio got a job. Everyone out there. And again, Camarillo destroys everything that he touches. Everything. The rec center, a student government at the college at UTBTSC. I mean, he was able to run for city commissioner, was successful, and destroyed that by trying to run for mayor. And again, a horrible job as a commissioner, and a 10 times worse job running for mayor of the city of Brownsville. And again, I base that, Captain Bob, on something that you've always mentioned. You have to be, you know, accountable to the people that put you in office, and the people was the people. And I wanted for him to take a stand in regards to Flight Frontera. He refused to take a stand on Flight Frontera. I was pissed. I'm still pissed because at the end of the day, what happens? He's the type of person, and there are all these type of people that will throw you to the wolves, Captain Bob. Throw you to the wolves and let you take the hits, let you take the falls, y los ellos se hacen para atrás como, I don't know what happened. And that happened to me with Adela Garza. With Adela Garza, we went up, her and I went up to the state capitol together. Well, not together. We met at the state capitol. We we went out there and spoke before the Higher Education Committee for the state of Texas against UTB trying to take away TSC from the citizens of Brownsville. Captain Bob, she said nothing, nothing. You better believe that I was out there speaking up a storm. I was the one that was talking out there. I was the one that was bitching for the community. It was me. She was out there. yeah, we don't want to lose the college. And I was out there like bitching like a crazy man
I
because
tend to believe you. I believe this.
yeah, and then we went out and their lawyers approached us, Captain Bob. Their lawyers approached us with Rene Oliveira, your friend, because he was their attorney, Captain Bob. Not only a House representative, but their attorney who was supposed to represent us. And I told him that, Captain Bob. He was supposed to, and again, I don't care if he's dead. He was supposed to represent us. He was out there being an attorney for the UT system, one of the richest entities in the world, not just in the world. And he was out there, on their side. And I bitched him out in front of their
Wow.
attorneys.
Wow.
They came up to me. They said, well, what is it that y'all want? And I said, we want our damn college. You cannot
Look,
take it over.
look. I'm also like you. I don't give a damn if he's dead. I have no respect for the guy. Okay, he destroyed a lot of families in Brownsville, and I don't want to get into it. And somebody told me, "Hey, don't talk about the dead." And I said, "Hey, then don't talk about Hitler and Stalin, all the bad stuff they did. They keep talking about them 50, 60 years later after they're dead.
They're dead.
Okay? If you don't want anybody to talk about you after you're dead, then do the right thing
Yeah.
and be honest
But
and don't interfere with families."
yeah, I don't like it when people cross that line. But I think y'all's is a little bit on the personal side. Mine is more business. And I told him and told everyone else. I said, you know what? You're not going to take our college. We refuse. And well, can we come to a certain understanding? I said, well, yeah, that's fine. I was the one that was out there bitching and talking, and then I said was that's like eye candy, which she's not. And of course, come back and the vocabulary prostitutes like Leti Garzoria says, oh, De La Garza out there fighting for. She said nothing. And you know what? You know what was even more impressive, Captain Bob? That they record all these hearings. They record them. So I went back there and I said, you know what? Let me get a copy of the hearing in order to put the record straight so that everyone knows that De La Garza did jack squat during the meeting. It was Erasmo Castro that was out there bitching up a storm.
Well, I'm proud of you, but it just goes back to the damage the vocabulary prostitutes have done and continue doing just for bags of coin. They can't tell the truth. And this is another example.
Pieces of silver, Captain Bob. 30 pieces of silver.
So that they can type away and destroy people.
The Judases of the community.
Well said. Even though you told, and let's get down to the nitty gritty. The porn blogger, he didn't back you up for mayor.
No,
because he might have gotten too much silver from Cowan. He thought Cowan was the best thing since sliced bread and butter.
30 pieces of silver.
And I had a show with you and him during those campaign, and you talked very kind to him and said he was almost a mentor because he was one of the first ones, with the Rocinante and all that. And he still didn't come to your aid. Okay? I'm friendly to John Cowan, our present mayor, ladies and gentlemen. But I think Erasmo probably would have been more productive. Okay? And he would have put more hours into it. Okay? And do you have any update? Because nobody's told us about that, and you have more information about this. That gentleman Wright from California and that Arsenu that took, what they take, $1 million?
$1 million each. $2 million.
And they just disappeared.
Nothing. We got
And
nothing.
One of them wanted to put drones. This your viewer just talked about transportation and all these studies and all that. Hell,
Tax,
they did worse. They wanted drones like the Jetsons,
taxis, air taxis.
air taxis. We can't even finish the bus stops.
Let me tell you, when they went out there and said, we're going to, have air taxis, drone taxis for the city of Brownsville in 2-3 years. I said, like, who the hell believes that? I mean, who in their right mind would believe these people? These people in the city of Brownsville gave them $1 million for nothing. We got nothing. Air taxis, mi cola.
Oh yeah, who gave them the money? BCIC or GBEC or both? So, and they haven't done anything. What's going on here? You know?
They're worthless.
Oh,
Worthless. I mean, BCIC is the petty cash of the rich here in Brownsville, of the Lima's brothers, of Trey Mendez, my friend, of all these Luke Fruya, Captain Bob, is getting our tax dollars. Luke Fruya. Do you
yeah.
think they need our tax dollars?
Let me say, the Gladys Porter Zoo. I'm close to some of the members over there, and I don't see any elephants there. Okay, we used to have elephants. Well, they need I think they need an acre per elephant, and so you know how much an elephant costs? They telling me it costs $1 million for one elephant. Hey, after what PUB and Tanasca and the city of Brownsville did with that 145 million loss, we should have 100 elephants at the Gladys Porter Zoo. We don't have one elephant. And after Arseneau and Wright, hey, there's 2 elephants right there. Instead of giving them the million each, we could have had 2 elephants. Let's start off with 2 elephants. Crazy how they waste money.
Well, they pissed
And
it away.
there's John Cowan. He ran, and you know what he ran with his slogan: lower the PUB rate and expand the zoo. Has he done any of that, Erasmo?
Nothing. Nada. Nada. And again, and look, Captain Bob, you and I don't always agree on stuff, but one of the things that I did agree on with you was that, whoever won for mayor was going to have to put their boots on and start working, have daily meetings, and be out there and start fixing this big old mess that we're in. Not seen him anywhere except taking pictures, eating pizza, or doing something or other. And that really is frustrating, because I don't care if you're out there taking pictures throughout the city of Brownsville. That's not what you were elected for. You were elected to fix the PUB mess, which has not gotten fixed, return the money that should have been returned to the people, and fix the damn zoo. And again, not asking you for something that's crazy, something that should have been taken care of a long time ago, but more importantly, something that you ran on. You put it on all your damn signs. Do something instead of doing nothing.
What happened to that other clown that came out running for mayor and then he dropped out and he was setting up all those meetings? Remember that guy?
Which one?
Somebody that they thought was from SpaceX that ran for mayor.
Oh, yeah, Jay. He's a friend of mine.
Okay, where's he at? What's his complaints? He came in all gung ho.
Oh no,
Only
I think one of the things, and again, I'm not going to speak for Jay. Jay's a great friend of mine. I love Jay.
But
one of the things that I think is uh, great about Jay is that he still tries to be as vocal as possible. I think that because of his association, I think because of his association with SpaceX, it limited. This is what I think. Not had this conversation. I think it limited his participation in regards to Uh,
oh,
so again, a lot of people out here, they need a paycheck, and I understand that, and I think that might have something to do it. Not name that, but Jay's a great guy. Happy Hump Day, G.
well, I think you would have done a better job than Cowan, and I am starting to think that maybe even Jessica Tetro, because she's approachable. You can talk to her. Cowan doesn't return phone calls.
No, I mean,
Jessica
no.
will return the phone call, and you're very approachable.
She wanted to return mine. Yeah, I can't stand her. But John Cowan, again, do something. Stand for something. Go out there and be something. We've got nothing. We have no representation.
Morning. Good morning.
Guy just walked in.
Hi guys. Good morning.
Fight for something. Do something. Produce for the city of Brownsville. That's what you were elected to do.
That's right. That's right. Have some ideas. Be innovative. Go drive around and pick up tires. Go take pictures of mattresses and call the city. You're
Something.
right about those old, ugly mattresses. I'm seeing more and more just piled up.
Oh, and you know what really trips me out about those mattresses? Like, I'd be a little bit embarrassed to throw a mattress on the side of the road, todo miado, all yellow.
I'm with you. All stained and stuff.
Burn,
Horrible.
burn that crap, bro. I mean, I don't know if it's white stains or yellow stains or cum stains. Burn that vergüenza, bro. Burn that crap. What
Some
you
of them are some of them are very nasty with holes in them and stuff. I don't know
like?
how anybody can sleep on that.
What were you doing with that hole, or how did that hole get in there? But all todos amarillos, bro. I'd be embarrassed. Can you imagine like someone getting busted throwing a colchon, and then they take a picture and it's all like todo amarillo and go like, why? Why would you do that? And I don't even know because I'm starting to think that even when it's the other fluid, not the pee, but when it's the other fluid, I think that turns yellow too. Is anyone here a cum expert? Does it turn yellow? Mattress? Oh, it does?
Don't ask me. No, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm gonna be quiet now.
Gael might be an expert. Drunk person's pee on it. Something. Captain Bob, why do you make me talk about these subjects, Captain Bob?
Oh, that was funny. That was funny.
Ah! If you want to have a dialogue with the mayor, you have to attend coffee with the mayor. Screw that. I don't want to have coffee with that guy. I don't want to have a cup of coffee with him. I want him to get to work. That's that's what we're paying him for. Because Captain Bob, now we're paying those suckers.
That's right. That's right. And he was going to donate his money to some charity. We haven't heard any confirmation on that. Uh, he was with all those lobbyists and Vicente Gonzalez over there in Washington D.C. at a white tablecloth, fancy silverware. I know that the mayor needs to go up there sometimes, but just go to McDonald's.
McDonald's. Well, he actually, I think, sometimes the police officers, they have uh, coffee with the police officers at McDonald's, and I'm very proud that McDonald's does that. sometimes I've been very, very hard on McDonald's, but sometimes they deserved it. But you got to give them praise when they do good stuff. The other day, there were police officers giving away, I think, free biscuits or something at McDonald's or some crap like
I'm
that.
good.
Yeah,
Good.
great job, great job. I love it. Good morning, Maria Atrejo. So, Captain Bob, I started. I'm doing the Captain Bob thing now. Captain Bob's has been famous for many, many years. But now I opened a sucursal. But no sé, ahorita estoy en un programa, dame como 15 minutos y ahorita márcame. Who the hell? Oh my. Don't these people know that I do a show from 9 o'clock till 10 o'clock?
Did you see the comment that I showed you?
Wait, yeah.
That was so funny. I was
Uh,
laughing.
do they have parental consent? That one?
Yes.
Guy, Gael is not a minor. He looks like a minor sometimes, but he's not a minor. Gael's my assistant. Captain Bob, do you have an assistant?
You in my restaurant?
No, an assistant, like an assistant
Like for my CBS show?
for Captain Bob. Captain Bob, you're not just a show. You're not just a restaurant. You're an icon. No, it's true.
I, I set up these restaurants where Mr. Cortez is the manager, and I'm the
No, no.
100% owner of Captain Bob's. And then
You
at
need
my
a
other restaurant,
you,
Hostelería Mocambo, I got a partner, and he's the managing partner.
you
So I got a lot of free time. And
no,
on today's menu at lunch, I just sent the buyer, and he picked up 2 whole raw chickens
I got
and
you.
Doña Maria mole. We're gonna have good fresh mole for Mr. Cortez and myself.
Hey, break down, bitch.
And I bought an extra chicken so that the chefs can eat because they're gonna make it and they're gonna want to eat mole. I haven't had mole in a while, so I'm looking forward to that.
Well, break down. Let me know what time. I'll be there.
Well, I gotta check over here. You know what?
I actually have mole. I actually have mole from Puebla. If y'all interested in trading that Doña Maria instead of trade do my Maria do mole de Puebla, I'll break down with the mole if you break down with the chicken, bitch.
Okay, I'll call you after the show. We'll see what we're gonna do.
They're having a Republican convention or party or
Oh,
meeting.
they're having one today
Is it today?
at
Yeah,
at New York Deli at 12.
yeah. So, are you gonna be there?
I might. I was invited by
Let's go.
Leti Garzoria.
I'll be there.
You want to go?
Hell yeah. I'm gonna.
Okay,
I'm gonna wear my curta, my dress.
I'll see you there at 12 for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear my curta, my dress, so that everyone trips the hell out. You know how the Republic. You know how
I've never gone to one of those.
they're boring. You know how the Republicans are. They hate everything. That's not white or looks white.
You got to reach out to John Shergold and get him on the show.
He's going to come on the show. I love John.
Yeah, get John because there's a possible exploratory committee getting established to push John Shergold as an independent candidate for Cameron County judge.
Oh, I'll support that. I love John. He's a good guy. Actually, John took on a case of some.
He told me
He told
he
you,
helped you with your people.
yeah, and that I mean, people may not like John for whatever reason, John helps people, and I like that. I appreciate that. Took on a case of some parents needing some help with a child. No one wanted to touch their case because it's going up against BISD, and John Shergold takes on the tough cases against these Fortune 500 companies like BISD. A $500 million a year budget. John takes them on. He did the same thing with, I think, recently with I can't remember, was it Sherryland, some rinky dink city here, who's superintendent. They won a case against the district. They settled. And again, great job. Again, John's a fighter, and I appreciate that. I appreciate
Well,
that.
I saw Eddie Trevino at a restaurant recently, and I went up and said hi to him and introduced myself to the other three people sitting at his table. And they were nice, and I said, Eddie, can I have a word with you? It'll take a minute. He says, I'm busy. And I said, okay. He goes, I'll call you later. I said, okay, you promise? And he says, yeah, I'll call you. It's been like 10 or 12 days. I haven't gotten a call. So I know that there's a movement because some businessmen have come forward asking me if I know anybody that can run for county judge because they feel that it needs to be a change.
Right.
So I've been thinking about it, and I thought of John Shergold when I talked to John the other day.
Amazing. He's a great guy. Captain Rob, I gotta get to work.
Okay, talk to you later.
Be good. Let me know about the mole. Call me when it's ready.
Bye.
See you at noon for lunch.
Thank you all.
See you at noon.
Yeah, at the New York Deli, no?
Yeah, New York Deli, Reuben sandwich. I'll let you pick up the tab this time. Guys, have a great day. Get to work. Be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless. Bye, Captain Rob.
Bye-bye.